So before we actually talk about our match, which is happening right now, I want to tell you guys we have 3 more matches that we're going to be covering on the panel. It's going to be Geek Fam going up against Skatemasters. Then we're going to have Fnatic with Mineski, and also Faces up against TNC, which Danley, I know you're pretty excited about. So looking at the roster for the next matches, Geek Fam going up against Skatemasters. What do you guys think about the roster? I mean, we don't know much about Skatemasters, but from the games that we've witnessed today.
The only name I remember is Lord Boons. The only reason
I remember Fish Guy.
The only thing I'm trying to remember is why do I remember that name?
Why do you remember that
is like
name?
pretty straightforward. Actually.
No, I know
Fish Guy.
I know Lord
like
Boons.
a long spout. No, probably not.
I'm trying to remember where I've heard Lord Boons before. It's one of the old SEA teams.
Lord of the Rings?
No.
That was very
Fish Guy just reminds me of Pokemon.
But you remember the name. It's very catchy, right? Fish Guy.
Yeah, Fish Guy's a catchy name.
I don't know, why would you go for Lord Boons? It's very...
But what matters is not the name.
Yeah, not the name, yeah.
What matters is not the name. Can Skatemasters go against Geek Fam?
Yeah.
Now, it's probable.
Statistically,
no.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Statistically,
like
because currently... Okay,
0-3.
they've lost to 3 teams so far. They have not won any matches. The only thing that I'm going to be basing some hope on is actually that one game against Fnatic where they almost took it.
But we still don't know if Fnatic was giving them a chance.
No, it's not that Fnatic was giving them a chance. We don't know if it was whether Skatemaster played well or if it was Fnatic playing not well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only issue because we never got to see that stream. Cyclops was casting that live.
Yeah, me neither. I was just seeing them in the stream.
Okay, all right. It's going to be a hard one. I think it's going to be a hard one because Geek Fam lost a few games as well. So their motivation might be down. Is that going to affect anything?
I said, they need the spur, and I don't. It's a very new team, fairly new team, and we know nothing about it. They haven't played in the past tournaments, and we barely know anything about them.
There is literally no statistics on Skatemasters,
and they've been losing 0-3. Geek Fam, they're going against Geek Fam now. It's no doubt that Geek Fam is going to take this series, but I don't mind to be like proven wrong. Definitely, I'm rooting for underdogs. Like when we need a new face
I want to see
in
an
the
upset.
Dota.
I want to see an upset. I want to see something different.
I would love that too, man.
All right, so right now, Pinda, we have Villo. We have some of his picks. So we're going to take out his player profile
Villo from Australia.
and see what we can see from that.
Hey.
So
oh no, I've never actually seen Vello's face before.
I met him in person.
That's his face.
He looks like
that's his face.
He is.
That's his face.
No.
With the glasses and the hair.
Like he looks. He's from Korea, right?
He looks cute.
He looks, yeah, definitely.
But let's talk about his signature heroes. So what do you guys think about the
position
signature heroes of Villo?
Well,
he plays Axe a lot. That would definitely be one of his signature heroes, to be honest. He's Centaur. I've probably seen him play like 3 or 4 times, which is all like he played in the past few weeks, I think, like 1 or 2, and he did win. He's a great offlaner, to be honest. But I don't know, like he was an MVP before too, where he didn't perform really well. Like he was a new addition. I didn't see him like anything, like nothing new from him. It was like kind of stale. But now that he's with Geek Fam, I think it's definitely a positive addition to Geek Fam. And I don't know, like he's one of those players who really concentrate on like heavy farming. When it comes to offlaning, like help me out here. I'm trying to figure out. But I'm just like I said, he needs heavy farm. But once he falls, like if he makes 1 or 2 mistakes, right, he's a player that he goes. Oh, Jesus, I need a break.
I think. Wait, Daniel, do you know what she's trying to say?
She didn't.
My main point is it's like if he loses 1 or 2 fights, it
impacts his morale.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, okay. All right. So
thank you.
Technically, if that's the case, that you can consider him an emotional player, as in no.
It's not like no,
it's not.
I guess it does affect
everyone. I think you're misinterpreting
everyone.
it. But when I mean an emotional player, it means that when something doesn't go their way, it impacts their play. Not to say that they're upset or they're blaming their team.
True.
It's just
it doesn't. Yeah, he's definitely not that kind of player. But
how does that make sense? You're saying yes or no?
No, the thing is, I think we all play games, right? It does affect our emotion as well when we lose. It's just that, can you control those emotions?
Like after you lose a game, it's normal to have players to have like upsets and all that. But in the game, I meant like in the game, like after few fights, like what I've seen is games, couple of games, like probably like was it last week? I don't know. I think so. Last week, right? So he loses a couple of fights, and then it's just crashes after that. It's like I don't know what happens. Like Geek Fam, like it crashes. It depends. He's an initiator. He plays position 3. Now it depends on him whether the fight survives or not.
Right.
So it's important that he executes as well, and for him to be able to execute that fight well, it's really important to him.
Right. Okay. That makes perfect sense. I think the draft is ready right now, so we can take a look at the draft. And I want to see what Skatemasters will be picking against Geek Fam. Okay. All right.
AA.
Bad Rider.
Okay, so band-wise, I can't see the top right, but it's Clockwork, Lifestealer, and Jug. And on the Geek Fam side, it's Nyx, Sandking, and Weaver. So they don't like their bugs.
Yep.
Okay, I have a question before we get into specific picks. Skatemasters, they're not a professional team. At this point, 0-3, do you think they should be just trying out new heroes, trying out new playstyles?
Oh, like what PWW did in Camp Major?
I mean, really, when it comes down to it,
No, I think they can do whatever they want, really. Honestly, if you're a Skatemasters, to take the most out of this experience when you're playing the best of the best in C, just play your best and see what you learn. It's an experience of a lifetime.
I would go for the experience solely.
There are so many teams out there that, they want to get into competitive Dota, but it's just so hard to find an opportunity where you get to play with the best of C. Because half the time you play against the same amateur teams
I would take
that
this
you're
opportunity
friends
to
with.
play against a professional team, right? I would rather take that as an experience and take that back home and improve that on. And I don't think they aren't losing anything, to be honest. This is a great experience.
We might see Skatemasters as a professional team next year.
They might be on top 5 or something tomorrow, or
could happen.
Hopefully.
It's not to say that they're they're bad. I've
Yeah.
heard some things where they actually are pretty high MMR players.
Definitely better than
Obviously.
So we really can't be judging those. So yeah, I would take the experience as a winner trophy for me if it were me.
So what about the other side? What about Geek Fam going up against a team like Skatemasters? Should they be trying something new, or should they just go with their strongest and just demolish?
They should never ever undermine a new team, like never.
It's not just that though.
Yeah.
It's qualifiers. You can't screw up.
You can't play around.
No, you can't play around. If you play around, you're playing with a point. Your point.
You need that. That's very important.
Your
round
point,
robin.
Yeah, your point could be here, and your point could be here.
It's either a yes or no.
You either play to win or you don't play at all.
And you definitely don't want to be stuck in a tiebreaker because that's.
Sucks.
It does.
Okay, so right now we have 3 picks on the Skatemasters side. Geek Fam is going for the 3rd pick so far.
I think we're going to see a nice dropper room, so it's going to be like position 4.
It's the vision game as well. This works so well with the AA. They can do coordinated games with the Night Stalker, AA, and Bat Rider. Technically, AA can also just do duo ganks with the Bat Rider. Bat Rider lassos, starts to napalm. AA, easy time to get those AA blasts.
Do you feel the Drow Ranger coming in Geek Fam?
Look, Vental Spirit, why not? Technically, they could if they want to. But
they have the puck, so it's like a.
No, they can safe lane Drow.
10 seconds.
No, I meant fight-wise, clashes.
5 seconds remaining.
So Skatemasters, they need a core now. Core in mid.
Based on our last game, right? Geek Fam went with a push strat. Do you think they will be going with the same kind of strategy here with the heroes that they've picked so far?
If they pick Drow, then
it's already a push strat if you have Drow. Because you have Puck and Venge.
And the aura is going to be super duper helpful.
It's the aura game, practically, if they pick up that Drow.
And they haven't, imagine if they have OD. Wait, would they pick OD if there was Puck though?
No.
Right, okay.
They will need an offlane. And offlane Puck, it hasn't really been a thing for a really long time.
Played, I remember Gabby played played offlane Puck too once, and it worked perfectly fine. And I guess it depends on who's playing what.
The lane matchups, I'd say as well. Whatever lanes Skatemasters have, because Skatemasters, they're still looking, as you said, for a carry, and they also need a mid. And Lycan will be their safe lane. This is actually an interesting hero.
Have you seen it
Lycan
here today?
So this is our first Lycan.
Lycan
now,
on a safe lane? You sure?
You can do both, safe lane or mid. It depends on who Geek Fam decide to put mid. Technically, Puck will be harassed out by the Lycan, but then that means you just pick another hero to go mid, then you throw the Puck in the safe lane.
Okay.
So that's a new hero we saw today.
It's a new hero that we've seen today. Most of the time, when you pick up a Lycan strat, you try and pick him 4th or last.
Okay.
And you normally pick him in that position after you've seen your opponent's first 3 picks with little to no disables. Because Lycan is a hero who moves at insane. He's very, very fast. He's incredible.
Very agile.
You can still kill him, but you need to stun him. Because at the end of the day,
you need to disable him somehow. Like you need a long one too.
Because a lot of the times the Lycan will either fight with the team, or they'll split push in a way where they go with their wolves, they push a tower, when they see you coming, morphs into wolf form, and he runs away. And there are very few heroes that can keep up with
towers
him.
fall so easily with this.
Okay,
damage.
so with Geek Fam's heroes so far, do you think they'll be able to stop
Yeah,
it?
they have a spin and
It's not just spend, you've got vengeful stun, vengeful swap, puck coil, you've got the earth spirit kick. Everything on Geek Fam has a disable.
So I guess that wasn't a really good choice for Skatemasters after all.
It's not that it's not a really good choice, because the Howl will benefit Skatemasters heroes, and it seems like they might be banking on the fact that this AA combination with Night Stalker and Batrider is supposed to create enough space for the Lycan to do what he wants. Because I can already tell they want global presence.
Right.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, we're waiting for our last pick. Now, do you guys have any suitable picks that you think they should be going
I
with?
was thinking about that. What would go well with Sven and
Natalie, you?
Skate needs a mid. They need a tempo. They need someone that's also going to benefit from the AA. They also need a little bit of burst.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So who are
I would say Queen of Pain, but there's Earth Spirit and Vengeful Spirit and Puck. Queen of Pain is very vulnerable to their lineup.
That's completely out of the map.
Most traditional burst mids are not really the best here. It's actually quite nightmarish for any mid, unless maybe consider an Ember Spirit. There are disables, but Sven's is a projectile. Vengeful Spirits is a projectile, so Ember Spirit's 2 major issues would be Earth Spirit and Puck, but then you pick up a Centaur.
So does that make sense with their
Velo,
draft?
yeah. Velo is gonna pick. He's gonna take Centaur.
Yeah, that's Velo's hero.
Like I said, he was playing this hero like he was spamming it like a couple of weeks ago, so not surprised.
It's not gonna be like your QO
I hope not.
prediction, right?
Not. Maybe it can be like can be.
remaining.
Well, let's just talk about like what do you think though? The last
Will they
one.
be-
I have no
It's
idea
like,
what's
I'm trying to
Skatemasters.
think,
Will they be picking Shadowfane?
No.
No, definitely no.
No.
I want to see Shadowfane.
Reserved.
I want to see a Meepo.
There's so
You
much.
want to see a Rubik too?
Honestly, there is so much setup on the side of Geek Fam. They have 3 strength heroes and Skatemasters banned Timbersaw.
What? Okay,
They're
last
banning-
pick.
They're banning Timber.
Ooh.
Okay, Tinker is not bad, but he's actually very vulnerable to Puck, Centaur, and Earth Spirit.
Okay, how about this? I'll get your last opinions on the
they
draft
have-
so far before we throw it to the casters. Pinda, what do you think?
Geek fam.
Geek Fam?
Geek Fam.
All right. Geek Fam?
Geek
Seriously?
Fam. Seriously, Geek
You
Fam.
know what? I'll go with Skatemasters. I want to do something different. Hades and Godot, will you guys join my hype train?
No, Faraz, I will not be joining your hype train, but I think I might know somebody who will.
All I have to say is I'm really disappointed in Danny, fellow Australian, not supporting the boys.
Oh, are
from
you
down
playing that
under.
card now? Are you playing that card now?
Skatemaster, I don't know if you guys see this. Skatemaster's got this, alright? No cuppa. For
Skatemaster's
us,
got this.
that's it. That's it, my man. Let's go into this game now. All excited with the Tinker pick by Zemistry.
Oh god, alright, so here we go. But I mean, then again, you technically could be rooting for Australia just by rooting for Geek Fam. So, Danny's not necessarily wrong in that sense, especially since, Velo. Why no love for him, man? I mean,
5 Australians to 1 Australian.
too much of a good thing is a bad thing. But,
No.
okay, I mean, Zemistry, I like the Tinker pick. I am always a fan of the Tinker thing. Ever since, we see, like, Chains, your old teammate, play the Tinker. I just love the hero in general. But Velo, now they pick up the Centaur War Runner for him. It's been a while since we last saw this hero. What are your thoughts on this so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Velo comfort. I believe one of the panelists were talking about it, and it is one of Velo's best heroes. So, I mean, it's comfort pick. It kind of goes well with this kind of lineup. They have a lot of team fight. Centaur provides the mobility for his team to get in and out if needed, and it's great with Savannah as well.
Alright, so Velo looks like he's asserting dominance. You can see even from his compendium levels, he over the other 5. Just saying. Do the math.
Damn. Okay. Maybe he is worth 5 Australians after all.
Alright, so they're having a bit of net issue, so don't worry guys, we'll be back for some good dotes in just a jiffy. But otherwise, I know, remember, before we hit it too much into the draft, like, you said that you like the Lycan pick. Why do you like the Lycan pick?
I mean, already based on Geek Fam, yeah, they do have a few stuns, but they don't have that instant burst aside from Savin, which it will be only later on that he'll be able to get those items. So Lycan can just really run over all of these heroes. They won't be able to really touch the Lycan until later stages of the game, which in the later stages of the game, Lycan generally has a BKB. So it's a pretty nice Lycan game over here. And the Tinker pick as well, I don't really like it that much because there's so much aggression in this kind of lineup that Tinker might just get run over early game. But if the game does drag out, Tinker can allow Lycan to hit people if he goes for that Hex build-up in the later stages of the game. And it's just another huge threat because both Lycan and Tinker are both heroes that you need to kill. You need to get rid of them in the start of the team fight, but they're also both heroes, if played well, very hard to find and kill.
But Geek Fam, they have pretty good solutions, if not not the best, but they do have solutions for this Tinker. Venge, Wave of Terror, kind of finding lucky swap if you're level 2 maybe. And maybe if you get lucky with the the Earth Spirit Boulder Smash, unless you get a really good coil, you need some sick game sense for that to happen for Geek Fam. If anything, these guys need to step up at this time. That's all they need. But it's really tough. I know you want Skatemasters to win, but logically speaking, is that actually going to happen?
Alright, realistically, let's be honest here. I think we're just being biased. I'm being biased, obviously. I want my boys to win, and it's going to be very hard. As said by many panelists before, they're the underdogs. They went through the qualifiers without winning a game. They just got by into the through the Champions Cup. So technically speaking, yeah, like maybe it's not really a fair shot at them for having a go at the regionals, such as the teams as the open qualifiers. But obviously, I want them to win. It would be really cool to see them actually beat a team as well, because no one expects them to win a game. To be fair.
And so far, they've had a pretty bad run throughout the qualifiers. I think they're 0-2?
0-3 right
0-3.
now. Yep. They're tied with Happy Feet as well, 0-3. They're the only 2 teams at the bottom. It's quite interesting because on the stand-ins right now, we got 3 teams, 3-0, Faceless, TNC, and Fnatic. And then we have a bunch of teams tied after XCTN. XCTN is currently 2-1 after those top 3. And the rest of the teams are all 1 and 2 aside from Happy Feet and the Skatemasters, which is last place.
Okay. And, regarding this, about your theory, I know you said that one Australian, you can't have too many Australians in one team. Maybe they could be proving you wrong. This is one case where maybe the 5 Australians could be too much for Geek Fam to handle. Is that the angle you're going for?
My theory was working at the start. We had the 1 Australian per team, making the team stronger. KP Newbie, right? We got Anna on OG. We had Geek Fam with Velo, and also QO in Fnatic. But then Geek Fam just started losing all of a sudden. I just jinxed my theory. But Skatemasters 5 Oz, I don't know if this will work out. As you said, maybe there is just too much Oz. But we'll see about this.
I'm still trying to get used to this too much Oz. Alright, so...
too much Oz, you know what I mean? But anyways, what are we expecting from these 2 teams this game? We already talked about their lineups. How do you feel the lanes are going to pan out here? And what do you think the lanes will be?
For me personally, I feel like Geek Fam, they have very strong lanes. I'm very skeptical about the Ancient Apparition with the Lycan lane. I know on paper, Chilling Touch deals a ton of damage, but it's not like they have any disables to hold someone in place. Like, especially someone as beefy as the Centaur. Like, Return does quite a bit of damage, especially to any support regardless. He's definitely going for the PMS, I feel. And if anything, I worry about them because they don't have good saves of the Bat Rider. Like, immediately once he goes in, yeah, you have the Venge, but if you commit the swap for that, the rest of the team just overruns you, especially with the Tinker. Like you said, he's a priority in the team fight, so you need to take him out ASAP.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm also a little bit worried about Skatemasters. They do have a nice lineup towards the later stage. Mainly mid-game is when they would shine with the Lycan. But at the same time, Geek Fam does have really good team fight here. They have ways to react to the Bat Rider Lasso. They have secondary and primary initiations. They have both Centaur and Puck who can jump separate targets or even just the back line in general. And also on top of that, they have Earth Spirit. So they have a lot of damage, but they just don't have that single target burst to shut down the Lycan in the early stage. And that's where I feel like Skatemasters can abuse it, and maybe potentially they can win a few fights off the Lycan's ultimate.
Unless
No.
Sven gets a crit.
No, unless.
If he gets a Daedalus, if he gets that crit, you don't need nukes if you have a Sven crit with God Strength. That's the dream, isn't it?
You're just ruining it. You ruined the dream.
Dude, I'm
You
just
gotta
being
believe in the blue.
and despite being called Hades, you know, I am an overly optimistic Dota player at times. This is one of those
Damn.
situations.
Oh, we got fellow Baskip nearby supporting the Oz.
I mean, you guys can't see
That's
this. The cam isn't showing it.
My
it's not
boy.
there. But yep, we have another Australian caster with us at the C Hub at EGG Studios. You know, Base Kip, he's also like Skate Kip. You want Skatemasters. But otherwise, like, okay, they have 5 minutes left because I think of some unknown tech issues. They said what? Oh, internet VPN issues.
Yeah.
But what's the ping like when you're playing from Australia to C servers? That's like what, 200 ping?
It depends where you locate, but not 200 ping. If you play from Sydney, where I live from, you get about, with VPN, you get about 120, 110 ping. With VPN, obviously, like kill ping or what fast. But if you play from like Perth, which is where I relocated for, you get about 50, 60 ping, which is where David is currently. Most of the players are from Melbourne, so they get about 90 ping each, like 90, 100 ping each.
Okay. But that's still quite a big disadvantage if you think about it. Like,
definitely.
especially at this level of Dota. You know, it doesn't seem like it. You know, maybe if you guys are from other regions, you might think, yeah, see Dota, lol, that kind of thing. But playing at that disadvantage is not easy at all.
Yeah, and I mean, look at their heroes as well. They have Tinker, which is a very ping-dependent hero. Zemistry really has to pull his A game here. Because there's always going to be a little bit of reaction timing situations where if you just blinked instantly, which would happen when you're playing with low ping, works out and you get away safely. But if you're on 100 ping, you might not get that chance all the time.
Some would call it as gravity room training. This is called pushing yourself to the
Going
limits.
Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly, exactly. So,
damn.
yeah, I mean, if anything, like Tinker, despite like what you said being ping dependent, another way you could look at it is you need to be thinking ahead. You need to anticipate. Like sometimes even when you blink to the trees, you want to anticipate that you're blinking to the right areas. Of course, you don't want to like mess up, you know, bad ping and it's like, oh, rearm twice by accident. That's bad mana efficiency. And okay, oh, are we starting the game?
Looks like the game will be going underhand.
I mean, it looks like the players are just having fun with that battle pass chat lines.
Yeah, seeing all this Russian and some Chinese added to the mix.
You can't play this anymore. Even Lord Boons has had enough. He's like, I can't take this ping no more. But otherwise, let's talk a bit about the player history. Like, before Bambo joined in, there was that drama with Net, of course.
Yep.
Did you feel like Net was a good fit for Geek Fam at the time?
I mean, judging from them, probably not. I mean, they did replace him after all with the Western influence. I feel like Net hasn't really played competitive enough. He kind of had like that stint break after Orange, where he was playing with Mushie and pretty much the old Orange towering kind of guys. But now he looks like he's getting back into it. He's playing with WG. They just barely did not make it into the regionals. They came into the finals against, was it Mughal, right, in the second qualifier?
Yeah.
So unfortunate for him. But anyways, game underway now. And as we can see, David TPing towards top lane, getting that ward, vision ward for the roaming Earth Spirit, but that potential will be camping the Tinker, because Tinker is a threat this game. Fortunately for them, they do have Lord Boons on Lycan, which will provide him somehow damage in the laning phase and also some HP if needed.
Alright, so for these first bounty runes, we're not going to see, you know, too much action, or actually basically none at all. It's just, you know, heroes picking up bounty runes, getting their easy cash, pocket change here and there. But okay, let's talk a bit about this matchup. The Tinker versus the Puck mid. Like, yeah, Tinker usually should dominate the lane, but do you think that if, say, the Earth Spirit came in, you know, paid Tinker a visit, do you think they could actually crush the lane and tee his snowballs off that? Would that be enough?
Yeah, pretty much they have to constantly be on the Tinker, either it be by roaming, or if they don't roam him early game or they try and it's not successful, they need to get some deep wards, maybe potentially a 4 to 5 minute smoke, get into their jungle, get some wards in their jungle camp, so to prevent them from, you know, getting the jungle stacked and clearing it for the Tinker to get that fast BOT. They need to prevent that from happening and just give him a late start.
Alright, so not too bad. Everyone's getting bounty runes to 2 apiece, the usual. And this is the pick we've been talking the most about, Lord Boons on this Lycan. For all you dog lovers out there, maybe you guys might want to show Skatemasters some love. Hopefully they'll find their first win in this qualifier. You have to be optimistic. I see base skip at the side, he's just cringing away.
Walks away.
We like to have faith at this casting table, sir. Alright, so Tinker against Puck, yeah, pretty okay. He should be doing fine with the laser. But top lane, this will be fun. I mean, David and Riz. Okay, they get a Stormhammer, double Stormhammer. The chain stuns are coming out. First blood should be going this way very easily. Shionix with the first blood. Very, very unfortunate.
Bottom
Shionix.
lane, Boons and the AA managing to zone out Velo. Velo just pops the salve and goes back into the lane with full HP.
Like I said, you know, they don't have enough damage to kill Velo off, and because he's using those branches so nicely, he's going to get the extra Tango regen. You trade hits with him, you're probably going to take a fair bit of damage yourself.
Top lane, they do manage to pull the camp, which will deny the creep wave instantly and bring it back to the tower, where Shionix will be able to farm freely.
I understand you said as well that with the Australians, they favor the laning mechanics a lot, and in this case, if they lose out in the lane during the laning phase,
it's a very bad sign.
They might get tilted, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because they're more confident in the laning phase. They don't really have the best experience competitively, but they emphasize a lot on laning because there's a lot of, not really grudges, but competitiveness in the pub scene generally, and you don't really want to lose with people that you know.
Oh, the Stormhammer comes out as well. Do they have enough damage with the roll? David should be dying here. One more hit. Do they have it? Raji will get it. But Riz, he's trying to use that Firefly to burn Bambo down. He's going straight for him. 4 napalm stacks all starting to pile up. Shionix, okay.
This Venge will be going down most likely here. 5 stacks, a few right clicks, and he'll be
down. Bambo. But I think it's pretty good.
So that is a good trade-off.
Yeah. And David is back into the lane. Wants to play around with Shionix one more time.
Middle lane going pretty evenly, but looks like top is going to go in again.
Do they have it though? Riz.
Yep, there's another Venge stun
with
coming
the
out
boulder
if needed.
smash into the flank, and there we go.
And this lane is going very poorly for Skatemasters here. Sven getting a few kills, I believe. Can't open my thing.
this seems to be like a very, very familiar story. I mean, it's not exactly the same pace, but we see that the Sven getting a good lane once again, like the previous Geek Fam game. So it looks like they're traumatized. They decide, okay, let's have a good Sven game ourselves. Let's pick up our morale.
Yep.
That's one of the big things I feel is important for their team right now. So Lord Boon's gonna pop that howl. But not sure what much use that's gonna be. Like, don't leave him in a solo lane matchup. Is this the right play here? Like, you rotate everyone else to the top.
They need to emphasize on the winning
Velo.
lane. Bottom lane, Lord Boons.
Very, very close, and he will be forced to salve up.
The thing about Lycan is, yeah, you want him to have a good start, but he can kind of farm on his own generally. And he's versing a Centaur, so...
Oh, Riz, one more time. They have the boulder smash. Where are the stuns? Where are the stuns? Bambo getting stunned up. Do they have enough damage? No, they do not. Riz gets
Great
away.
Play by David here.
But he's going to salve up.
So that he doesn't get the stun off.
Now he's going to salve up. He's going to try and go back in. Maybe try to go for Raji. Oh, Skate, love
is in trouble. Double Edge coming in.
Where's the love? No love for him at all. Velo takes the kill. But over the top lane again. Looks like they're trying to go ahead and get... Oh, beautiful double boulder smash, I think. And alright, there we go. Riz should be going down one more time. He's had a very tough lane. At some point, you have to ask yourself, if you're Skatemasters, do we just abandon this lane top? Do we just go into the jungle, like get some stacks? Jungle is a bad rider.
Yeah, they have to really sack a lane. They cannot just keep playing the lanes, because the only lane that is doing okay right now is Zemistry's lane in the middle lane. And both Lycan and the top lane, it's just not really working out. So they have to sack something, utilize the Night Stalker to go somewhere else, or either that or just switch the Bat Rider into the jungle and get his own farm.
Illusion.
So 5-1 Geek Fam having a pretty good start. This must be very motivating for them. David, yeah, he's just gonna come top again, and with Riz, they're back for round 2. Or round 4, whatever round this is.
Bottom lane here, he might be getting caught again.
Oh, double Stormhammer one more time. Riz, you just got into the lane with the double boulder smash. Beautiful play coming out here from Geek Fam. No, they're missing out the damage one more time. Love is going to come in.
Bamboo in trouble here, all alone. They do not have any stuns.
Bambo, he wants the damage with the magic missile. We'll get the kill to him. He says hashtag worth it. So 6-2. A lot of action happening in the first 5 minutes of this game. Well, Boons, he successfully gotten Velo down quite low, but with the Shrine, he's going to be okay.
The good thing about this matchup is that the Lycan has so much damage, he can heavily deny the lane, and as you can see, he's got 14 denies to only 10 CS creeps killed by Velo. So nicely played by Boons here, showing that he has the mechanics to compete.
Top lane, they want to try to go into Bombo.
Bottom lane also getting caught. Boons goes down, and in the top lane,
They're diving to tier 1. Bombo should be dying here to Riz. Oh no, he doesn't die. This could be a disaster here for Shionix, but hey. Alright, with the cold feet, they back off. Is there anyone rotating in? I think not. This is the first night about. Oh, with the Storm Hammer. Shionix is going to have just enough. Very nice usage of the tread toggle as well. He went to the intel treads, give him just enough mana.
And now, I believe they have to realize that they cannot play this top lane. Although, it is a Sven and you want to shut him down, but it's just not working out. They will be shrining up soonish, I believe, and going back up there to try it, but they're just so underleveled. Level 2 AA, we got a level 3 Night Stalker, and a level 3 Batrider here. Two level 4s, all 3 heroes from Geek Fam in the trial are all level 4, so they have a massive level gap here. Now both support heroes from Geek Fam now smoking in towards the middle lane, trying to get a kill, but AA does spot it, and he starts pinging towards them.
Oh no, perfect timing. They get the magic missile with the silence as well. They probably will use the coil for this. Yep, kicking him out, getting the stun. Very nice synergy here between Raji and Teehee. So they get a big kill. They delay those boots of travel onto the Tinker, who actually went back for the Soul Ring. But I thought you said Ancient Apparition scouted that out, right? But why didn't he just back off? Or was he like too far out by then?
Yeah, he was going to get coiled regardless, but he might have been able to react quick enough before getting stunned by the Venge.
Alright, so 9-2, things not looking very healthy throughout this laning phase. But then again, this is only the laning. Anything could change during the mid game, but I feel like Riz, he needs to at least get that Blink Dagger ASAP first. He has a nice double stack, so he has a bit of farm going his way at least.
David now is just leeching off the top lane. Nighttime will be running out soon, which means he will be very ineffective after that happens. There will be no 6, so he can't just darkness, and there will be no nighttime for another 4 minutes. The tome as well will be you're gonna have to sack one of the supports. One of them will not be able to get 6 for a while, as you can only give it to one hero, and both heroes are behind. So Night Stalker will probably just try to get levels off the laning phase, off the Batrider, and Batrider will jungle for it.
Alright, clearing that triple hard camp stack, going the way of Zemistry.
Lycan now rotating towards the top lane. Looks like they want to make a play here. David has mana, and it's still... No, it's going to be daytime very soon, so I'm not too sure how this is going to pan out.
But he pops to How, he's just going to say hi, get a few swipes in, but you know, Shionix, he's very beefy, he has that Warcry, doesn't have to worry too much about it, but Teehee and Raji on the other hand, entering the Radiant jungle trying to find this Tinker, but because they've been off the map so long, they don't get a nice ward. But Tinker, he's going to try and clear this double camp.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Raji's playing this so patiently.
It seems like Geek Fam finally got a ward into the jungle, which is what I was saying before. They need to scout out the Tinker, they need to keep the Tinker in check and prevent him from getting jungle stacks, which he does not have many of, to be fair right now. Middle lane getting pushed down, and it doesn't seem like Skatemasters will be able to contest it. They will just try to get their levels, and meanwhile...
they found love.
No love.
No love at all. None for Skatemasters apparently. So
and
very nice. And they pop the Stampede. They want to find a Tinker, but they will not get it. The top lane. Sven was forced to back off, but... Alright, Geek Fam playing this very, very aggressively here against the Skatemasters. And meanwhile, Velo, he's still trying to build his way towards a Blink, if anything. He's up to 1100 gold. He's looking quite healthy. But David has to be careful. He doesn't want to walk up those stairs. He senses the danger. This Australian sense is popping in.
Massive pings from David, spotting out the supports.
Seems like this is going to be a rough game for Tinker. I know I said it seems like a good one, but he's farming his BOTs very slowly.
Yeah, there's just too much aggression coming from the Geek Fam side, and not just that, but in meanwhile they are giving space for Shionix to just try and farm up his Mask of Madness to escalate his farm, then onwards on. But again, I mean, it's not over yet. We can't just judge. Look at the CS charge. They are still on top of the CS, so that's pretty nice to go by. They can get their own farm, trying to get some little key items that can maybe potentially turn some fights around, maybe even potentially sneak a Roshan with the Lycan. Who knows what they can do at this point.
Oh, Bambo, he knows that the camp is blocked. He pinged it out because he tried to stack. So he's aware of what's going on. But meanwhile, it feels like Skatemasters, like you mentioned, they just need to get their levels ASAP. Ancient Apparition still stuck at a meager level 3. This Lycan pick though, we haven't really seen it shine. Okay, what's the next? After the Mask of Madness, do we see him go crazy? Oh, hold on. Just as I say crazy, here comes the smoke play from Geek Fam. He breaks it, but a Stormhammer has to fall to keep him stunned for 1,000 years. Here comes Sexy Bambo. Very quick and clean kill. And they take the dogs to boot. So 11-2.
There is one combo we forgot to mention here, which hasn't really been working because they can't execute it yet, and it's the Lycan with the Darkness. As soon as Nightstalker pops his Darkness, they can use the Lycan Howl to get that double bonus effect. Unfortunately, he's so under level that he doesn't even have it yet by 11-minute mark. The Tome will be given, I believe, did they already use the Tome here? I'm not too sure. But if they have, he's still not level 6, which is really unfortunate here. By 11 minutes, 2 supports under level 6, even with the Tome. Ah, here we go. The Tome is going now to Love, and he's level 5.
Well, that's going to bring him close. Much closer than...
Bottom lane.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is very, very good timing. He was so close to that blink. I was just looking at him. He had 2,100 gold, and that's going to go down to like 1,900. Well, pretty much 2k if you think about the spawn time. But anyways... Very, very big kill. Every kill helps in this Bat Rider right now. 12-2 Geek Fam. Running away at this laning phase. 3k gold lead definitely going their way. And now with Zemistry coming in.
Bamboo wants to make a play here. They're thinking about it. There is so much March though that it could end up very poorly here.
They might go into Divot.
But they're thinking about it.
Taking a bit too much damage from that.
He does have the Blink Dagger. He's ready. Here we go. Oh, nope, they decided just to play it safe. It is nighttime after all, so...
And Velo doesn't have, I would say, the healthiest of HP right now. So if he had dived that with solo HP, he probably would have died. Just wants to complete those, Tranquil Boots first.
So here we go. So we got Mask of Madness almost completed up by Lycan. We've got the BOTs on the Tinker. 12 minutes, not that slow as we thought it would be, actually, because the laning didn't seem that good, but he does have the farm. He's on top of the CS chart right now, and looks like they might be thinking of making a play down here. They're very hesitant, though. They do have Nightstalker with the Lycan combo going on, but they're just too scared because there is 2 blinks already out by both Velo and the Puck. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. The Bat Rider does have blink though.
They just smoked under the Geek Fam Observer directly under it. So they're going to know what's going on. We'll see whether Geek Fam decide to lay out an ambush. Because right now both the supports and Shionix waiting under the tier 1 tower. They're going to wait and see what happens. Tinker is pushing on the top lane as well. They're hoping to find somebody, but nothing is going the way of Skatemasters right now.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They do still want to make a play. Lycan does pop his ulti and they are going to go in.
They're going for the lasso immediately, but immediate swap, very quick reflexes. And with the Stormbolt hammer, if they lose 1, they're going to lose 2, but hold on, maybe not. Run away, Lycan run away. And of course, Raji, well, he's just there laying out the Magnetize. Very nice reaction from Geek Fam immediately. Alright, so now they just shrine up. Very good fight there for Geek Fam, losing nothing. And that was supposed to be the surprise element there for the Blink Dagger. Unfortunately, because of the information they got from this Observer Ward, that smoke did not bear any fruit.
And we're back at it, just they're trying to cover lanes now. It's going to be daytime, and well, it's going to be daytime now, right? Yep, they just popped the darkness, so as soon as that runs out, it's going to be daytime, and they're going to have to play it slow again. AA still does not have his ultimate ready, and you can't really play too aggressively here. You do have the Bat Rider with the Blink Lasso, but you just don't have the damage anymore, and you're going to have to wait out for the Blink Dagger from Zemistry so that he can be a part of the fight and not get caught. But looks like Love is in big trouble down here.
He is. He just won at level 6, guys. Geek Fam not even going to allow him that luxury. It feels like level 6, it's such a necessity, but in this case, Geek Fam is saying no. Not a chance. Now they will know. Oh, they just found Riz.
Sexy Bamboo.
Ooh, immediate blink out. I mean, on the bottom tier 2, taking a bit of damage. losing a third of its HP as Teehee just get these casual pot shots in. We'll see whether Skate decide to try and contest the tower. They kind of have the tools for it. Popping the Firefly, Teehee, does he see this? It is nighttime.
Phase is down. This is the time. They can go for it. The
Silence is
not
there.
Near enough.
Where's the swap?
He is now in the swap range, so they won't be able to get him. I believe they could have just lassoed him. That was a missed opportunity there by Riz.
Very, very hesitant in what they could have done.
Dyer's
And when you
top
look back to the
tower
replays, they could have been there. But oh, Velo, why must you do this? Poor Love, have you no love for Love? He's never getting level 6 at this rate, I feel, unless he waits for the next Tome of Knowledge.
Oh, that's 5 minutes away.
Well, good luck. Actually, maybe not. He's decently close. He's like maybe 200 EXP there. On the way.
Looks like Geek fams still did not have enough. They do have a ward spotting them,
Oh,
and they're
Teehee.
preparing to go on Lord Boons here.
Dyer's top tower
But they don't want to go.
is under attack.
Yeah, it's the right choice. He's too tough, too tanky right now to kill on Lord Boons. Going to the armlet. Raji, does he know where the Tinker is? Oh, he's gonna go over the Magnetize. Here comes immediate blink, but oh, Raji got very lucky there. It looks like Zemistry's actually gonna get out. Riz, he's gonna go for the kill anyways. Napalm stacks piling up. Does he have a kick? No, he's gonna get it lassoed up and burn in all that oil. The Sexy Bambo was almost in range for the swap. Unfortunately not. And just like that, Direside also gets a tier 2 tower. Geek fam. Alright, so now these guys are gonna go marching down the middle lane. Shionix is just a beast right now. He's almost in a Sanjin Yasha.
Yeah, they are just so ahead right now, and it just doesn't seem to be any answer for Skatemasters. They haven't successfully done any lasso pickoffs because both Geek fam supports have had a ward, or they're just prepared in the position to save the guy who gets lassoed. And Velo now in the bottom lane camping. He's going to wait for the Sven to come down to the bottom lane to get the Vid, but the Vid just backs off.
David doesn't want to take the risk. He's like, this is too good to be true. There's a free creep wave for me. Seems like life, doesn't it? Oh, but they may find themselves an even juicier target. Tinker.
Cancels out. They must.
Oh, they pinged it out. Yeah, the creep
Yep.
wave daytime. They saw the Centaur's movement, so they will just avoid the bottom lane.
Demonstry starting to set up top, just trying to get some farm. Pushing the lanes out. Yeah, and this is what they have to do. They cannot fight him right now, and Sven is still farming, so they just have to drag out the game. They need to get some more items. Tinker, he's just going to have to just hold the towers down. There is still a tier 1 tower at top, 2 tier towers still alive, so they just can utilize the march with the blink from Tinker to hold these creeps away from him.
Teehee wandering inside the enemy jungle. He might find himself the Tinker or some unnecessary company.
Demonstry does spot him out. Pings go off from Love. And here we go. Smoke rotation. Riz leading the charge. He does need to get this.
Pop the hull.
Lasso. Here we go.
Riz,
Straight away.
Riz. He's going straight for Sexy Bombo. I'm not sure that's ideal though. Into the Ice Blast as well. Ouch. 2 ultimates for a pause 5? Was that worth it?
I mean, right now, better than anything than nothing, right? But the thing is, they're going to abuse this. They're going to punish this mistake from Skatemasters, and they'll be going towards the top lane, pushing it, because they know there's no lasso anymore. There's no threat of getting caught. So they will just be sieging 2 towers straight and potentially just play around Roshan afterwards.
Take what you can. Give nothing back. That's what Skatemasters need to do. So, okay. Zemistry, he's getting closer to that Ether Lens. Do you think it's a bit too greedy this game to go for the Ether Lens? Would you rather he just go straight for the Aghanims this game?
I mean, yeah, I guess there is 2 approaches to this, and Ether Lens does help him kind of march more because he's got mana regen and can do it at a safer place, further away from the creeps obviously. But at the same time, you do need the axe to hold him out.
Oh, immediate blinks! But very quick reflexes here from the Tinker, and they actually will get out. Meanwhile, Geek fam, they will be pushed back by the March. And now they're going to try it with the God Strength, at least with whatever's left of it, they will try for the tier 2 push. But here comes Puck, phase shifts away the missiles.
Geek fam
Ice Blast coming in, this should be enough to deter them.
Here. Moving a
You need to be
far
careful.
front from the tower here. They are not respecting Skatemasters at all.
Skatemasters, well, they are bringing the heroes in. They want to try and find someone with the Stampede. They will actually manage to run out. But hold on, they find the Usopp summon to the end. They found a bit of miscommunication there. Won't even get the silence, but they will use the coil onto him. With the swap, breaking the coil, getting the stun onto Zemistry. He's in between all these heroes, but now nothing that Lord Boons can do. And they lose 2 for nothing. And might even lose a 3rd. And actually, yes, they will. Cutting down the Lycan. Down he goes. So 18-4 Geek fam, like you said, showing no respect whatsoever for Skatemasters.
And they're going to go high ground. They do have urns. They just picked up a few kills so they can heal up the team fully. They
Ice
one more
Blast.
will be missing. It does get the effect on 2 heroes, but it's just not going to do enough to hold this tower. They will just try to opt to get this tier 3 if possible. If not, they will just play, heal up Shrine, and then potentially try to Rosh at some point.
It doesn't seem like they have enough damage. So maybe the next objective would be to take Roshan first.
Yep.
Get the Aegis, and if anything, they can just go back to the Shrine. You know, it's available for them. And yeah, pretty easy step for them to go into the next objective. But for the side of Skatemasters, are there any items you would favor from them? Like right now, which they need to build, besides the Tinker Axe, of course.
Yeah, the Aghanims is the big item here. I mean, they need to just hold out as long as possible, wait for a mistake to happen from Geek Masters. But at the
Geek
same
Masters?
Geek,
Oh, you've changed sides, you've changed allegiances, now we know where these predictions go to.
But looks like they're just going to go for the Roshan.
Oh, they want to try for the lasso, but no, won't find the initiation into Teehee as he just blinks out. So that's really
Roshan does
forced.
go down. They utilize the God Strength here, so they're just going to wait out until the cooldown is down and then siege down some towers and potentially high ground as well.
You can tell that Skatemasters are getting very desperate. There was a very, very desperate attempt to even try and lasso the puck. Like of all heroes, the puck.
Yeah, true that. I mean, the puck has Yules, he's got phase shift, and it's Teehee we're talking about. He's got very fast reflexes.
Teehee is such a skilled player. And at the same time, you know, Shonix, now that he's going to build his way into a BKB, do you think he actually needs it now? Or is this enough? With the second life, is this enough to secure themselves at least one lane of barracks?
I mean, if he does get a BKB, it will help them siege. He won't be affected by
oh, Riz, they
laser.
do get that one kill. It's going to be Rogi.
They did utilize the lasso bot over here, so potentially they're going to go for the middle tower here, not worrying about actually utilizing swap defensively, because now they can just go aggressively with the swap. As soon as he sees a chance, he might go for it.
Oh, Tinker, that's a very, very ballsy TPN. If anyone was there, that could have been a very quick pick off, which means that they could have taken the tier 3. But now, bottom lane, Skatemasters going to try and take themselves another tier 2, get some money back into their economy, get it a bit more slightly in their favor. Ice Blast, not sure where it's going to go, back into the enemy base, into the other game, I think.
It's got the tower. Tower HP damage.
Tower HP down, he wishes. That would be pretty OP if that actually happened. But anyways, Geek fam, they will begin their siege onto this tier 2 tower. The last outer tower of the game standing for Skatemasters.
Yep, they're just going to siege down this tower here, heal up afterwards, and just play a more control-based
Oh, they actually
game.
might find the Lycan. Rogi, do they have anything? They have to swap. They use the coil for this. Lord Boon's caught out with the Magnetize and the Magic Missile, of course, with the Silence. Can they kill this Lycan? They're just playing around with their food right now.
And down he goes. Took a while to kill
They had a
him,
nice ward at the
but
side as well. This Tinker ward. And in the middle lane as well, they find Love. How many times has he died this game?
too many.
Too many to count.
Not
Ouch.
even mention it.
Oh, savage. Alright, so Shonix, he's waiting. He's waiting. He's looking for Riz. Velo's there as well.
Shonix is keen, but he
They
does
want
not
the
have a blink
Tinker.
dagger.
Oh
so
no. His spider senses were tingling. He wasn't far off as well. Riz must have probably, I'm pretty sure he sweat a few bullets right over there. That was really close. But do you think Shonix needs a blink instead of a BKB?
Yeah, I believe the BKB is mainly because of the Tinker factor.
Oh, that's
Even
true.
if he
The laser.
marches, he lasers, once he gets Axe, you can just BKB through and just hit the buildings with the God Strength. You can take it very quickly with the MOM SNY build as well, so it's just a more of a high ground sieging approach.
Oh no, the Stampede, they go straight for Riz. He's going to force that back to the high ground. Ice Blast is not going to matter. And this way, Skate, looking for a bit more, trying to find Shonix, but he has the Aegis, not the ideal target. And of course, with the Stampede, you know, they run around. Chilled to the bone, just for a tiny bit, but Shonix will get the tier 2 tower. Heals up from taking the creep wave. But if anything, this buys them a bit more time. They need to wait for his BKB. Aegis will not be enough to push. And he has it now. He can actually just drop this, drop the Quelling Blade, drop the wand maybe. And this dog knows that he's there.
It could potentially, yep, there we go. I was about to say, it could potentially die to the cleave, and that's just what happened there, unfortunately.
So Riz and friends, they will try for another smoke play. They have the lasso off cooldown. As long as they keep doing this, if they can find one of the supports even, that'll be a pretty big kill, especially since it buys them more time for the Tinker to get the eggs. That's what they need. But can they get it? That's the question. They're moving out. They're venturing to the bottom lane. Doesn't seem like they will find anything, though, as you look at the rest of Geek Fam. They're behind their own tier 2 mid.
Yeah, they're just always prepared. Have you noticed that every time they've utilized the smoke, either they scout it out with a ward or they're just too close to each other and kind of realize something's up and Bamboo needs to be in that position to help out. But yeah, again, they're just grouped up knowing that all of Skatemasters is missing.
And this is really, really scary as well because it seems like they're constantly 2 steps ahead. And no, there's no map hack here. At least not for this Night Stalker. He hasn't had the chance of that, the crazy level of farm like we usually see. Yep. Like I know back then we saw the eggs, but ever since the introduction of his little fly time,
yeah,
he goes into more other items now. And
yeah, Solar Crest has been the item.
And Velo, love, where's the love? And Raji getting the kick and the silence. He finds David with the coil as well.
And this might be the chance to go high ground.
Bang, down he goes.
Being down.
But
not to worry about AA Blast.
But because their levels are so low, the spawn timers are really short as well. 15 more seconds, and we're going to see Love back up. But ooh, Raji blinking up aggressively, has no respect whatsoever.
Up, utilizing the return damage to do some more extra damage on this building.
And with the Iron Charge, he's going to get the HP back. Missiles flying out into the Ice Blast, perhaps. Will this be enough? But it's only level 1.
Straight away hitting the buildings. He does have BKB, and that's what he's going to utilize to commit to this Rax.
Oh wait, Aegis expired, okay. So Shionix is going to get the melee barracks. Kofi, wait, proc? Oh, they get the last one, they pull it back in, but the swap out from Sexy Bumbo. Oh, Bumbo very quick on the fingers there. David is going to get the kill, but it doesn't matter. They've already lost the barracks. And now they will go out looking for a bit more, but Geek Fam looking for the setup. The ambush is there. And Raji, hold on, he probably messed up just a tiny bit. Silence up very quickly. The Yosept up into the air from Riz. On the hunt, they're looking for a bit more, but Geek Fam, they certainly have gotten what they wanted.
Yep, they do get the Rax. They don't even commit the BKB on Shionix here to, commit to that Rax because the laser was never really utilized on him. So.
Oh, hold on. I think they want to fight here. Tinker's just about to TP back. He's TP to the bottom lane. They know the coil onto 2 heroes. They find Riz. Do they have to follow up now with the Stampede as well? They get the Stormbolt Hammer. Down he goes. Riz is down. But we're popping the BKB. Shionix is going to look for a bit more. Tinker cancelling the TP. They're going to be going on the chase. Actually, no, he didn't cancel the TP. Now getting the stop onto Lord Boons. Lord Boons should be going down as he gets slain. And of course, now they'll find one more. Can they find anything else? Raji looking for a bit more. He's blinked all the way to the south. He's going to look for anyone, but he won't find anybody. Tinker getting a very, very narrow escape. So you lose 2 heroes, but you have buyback on the Lycan.
Yep, and they do have God Strength. The BKB is down, but Lycan being down, the Batrider being down allows a big gap of time for the Shionix just hit these buildings without getting caught or worried about getting killed.
No Ice Blast as well. So alright, there we go. Tier 3 tower falls, and Shionix, oh, I'm not sure what they can do. Ice Blast going to come in trying to snipe off Shionix. It's going to go into Velo instead alone, but it's only level 1. Once again, it's only level 1. Raji blinking in. Wow, this guy, he doesn't really care, does he?
Just buying some time. He does have the gem, and that's why he utilized the swap. They're prioritizing.
Oh, not the last one. They want to try and pull Velo in. Velo, will he actually die here? I think they might actually just leave him.
He does have an Yules, but let's see if he can blink it out.
Blink out. No, he's going to go down. That's 700 gold going to Zemistry for that kill. It's actually going to
down though.
It's going to bring him much closer to the Aghanims, but I don't know. Is this okay? Even with the Aghanims, is it? Am I crazy to say this? But could that actually be a comeback item for them?
I mean, they still need to rely on Geek Fam to make mistakes, overcommit, not get the kill they want, and get Lasud back without the Venge actually reacting, which is too many mistakes in succession. But it could happen. The Axe can obviously punish them if he positions himself very well and doesn't get caught at all. But it's just very hard. It's going to be an uphill battle from here on.
You mean it wasn't an uphill battle earlier on 10 minutes ago? Are you
4
sure?
minutes ago, bro.
Alright, but now Geek Fam, they're going to try and close this game out. 7-24 at 29 minutes in. It's a 14k gold advantage going the way of Geek Fam. So they obviously want to, this should be enough to give them a nice morale boost after this game. But, oh, is Teehee going for a Dagon? I see the Staff of Wizardry. Is this the dream? Do you like just bully this Ancient Apparition? Let's just take a quick look at his KDA, just in case. He's 1-6. Okay, I thought it would have been worse. Just saying. It felt like it was more.
Yeah, just in the early game, he just died too many times in a row. He's kind of stopped that. since the laning phase, but still, he's just too poor. It's an AA. He's got 2.4k net worth at 30 minutes. He does have an upgraded boots. Let's be optimistic. He does have Tranquils, but it's just not going to be enough to help his teammates.
Oh well, we'll just have to see what else. Well, hopefully he finds his way to his level 2 ultimate, but I'm just saying hopefully. And this will be the second Aegis of the game, going to Geek Fam. Cheese probably to Velo, I wouldn't be surprised. And once again, back to this Lycan pick, I haven't been impressed by it. Like, he just paused one, but we haven't seen much impact from him, besides taking towers.
Indeed, they just haven't had the start they wanted. The top lane just did not go as they had planned. They just died too many times, allowing the enemy team to just out-level them. They had to play from behind, which means the supports had to cover lanes, and Lycan was forced to leave the lane to give some space to the supports himself. Therefore, there just wasn't any action going on, utilizing the Night Stalker's nighttime. And from there on, it's just been very, very hard for them to play this game.
Shionix taking a bit of damage from the March. You could see that Riz, he was waiting on this cliff trying to go for a lasso. But if anything, Geek Fam are well back on track.
Not Skatemasters?
Oh, that's you, that's not me.
Damn.
I mean, at the rate they're playing, they might as well be the Geek Masters because they're definitely owning this game very hard.
Seems like they're going for the push now. They do have the Aegis, they do have the cheese. Sven is ready to go in and go ham.
Alright, we shall see, you know. Oh, I just realized actually Bombo has that Helm of Dominator, so that's where you see these little baby skeletons walking around. That ensnare is very, very helpful, especially with catching the Bat Rider.
Yep, and the Lycan as well. I mean, he can net through the BKB, which means the Lycan can waste pretty much 2 seconds off Lycan's BKB plus his Lycan form shapeshift.
So right now you're hoping to God like Zemistry that he can actually pull a really, really good defense here with that Axe. Troll walking into tank up the tower, but it will actually get them to observe what taken out. So that's going to limit some of their vision. Ooh, that laser bounce. Ooh, that gives me the goosebumps right there.
Yeah, and that's the problem about Geek Fam's lineup. They don't really have the best sieging lineup. Yeah, they have Sven who hits hard, but unless he commits the BKB and God Strength to hit the tower, they will not be able to do any damage. Unless as well they get kills. If they get a pick off on the Tinker, then very easy they can go high ground.
I actually think that they might even consider going for that smoke play where you just sneak in the middle lane, but hey, they say screw it. Shionix. No, with the Alpha following him.
The bottom side, Velo gets two heroes.
Wonderful stuff, Velo. Oh, an immediate swap out, Shionix. He pops the BKB. He wants to finish off that Tinker. Tinker's down. No buyback for a whole minute. This is it. 2 heroes down. Can he make it 3? That Boulder Smash flying through, but Velo actually no, pops the cheese back up to full HP. And down goes Vengeful Spirit, but hey, it's just a Venge. It's only a +5. The Stormbot Hammer's going to land into Lord Boons. Are they going to chase him down? The GG's called by Love. The Skatemasters have given in. They've called it. But then again, Geek Fam really outplayed them here.
Yeah, it just shows that Geek Fam isn't on another level here. They've had really close games in the games they lost, aside from the previous game we just watched. But even against TNC, they did extremely well. They can be a team to get into the playoffs very easily.
So, if anything, this game, what do you think the Skatemasters can take away from this, like in a positive way?
Like I've said before, they have really good laning, but it just didn't work out this game. The top lane, they tried to bully the Sven with the Batrider and Nightstalker lane, but it didn't work out. They kept feeding, and Roger was always in the right place, the right time, prepared to go on them from the trees.
And Riz, I mean, he died a lot of times. I think he TP'd in back to the lane, died, and ended up walking back to the lane, died again. That was like 4 times in the laning phase. Even after when he was left in a solo lane matchup, he kept getting picked off. And once again, you know, the story of this match, like the previous one, Sven game, not dying, perfect farm, doing what needs to be done.
Yep, just a perfect Sven game, practically.
Perfect Sven game. All right, so Geek Fam taking it. And of course, back to the panel. We'll see what they have to say.
Thank you so much, Hades and Godot. Godot, I'm so pissed off, man. We were rooting for the Australian team. What happened, mate? What happened, man? I was expecting them to win. I wanted to see an upset. I wanted to see something different.
Pinda.
Even though, let me finish. Even though they did bad, they still prolonged the game to about 30 minutes. So I think they still did good for not a professional team. But there's a but. There's always a but. Yeah.
Pinda, are you ready?
Yeah.
Woo!
What?
I was expecting
what was that? What was that? You and then Pinda's like this. Guys, chemistry. Chemistry. I think that's
Clearly
something
not here.
both
Yeah,
of you and Skatemasters, all of you guys are missing.
We're gonna come back. It was not in sync, apparently. I'm like a bit jet lagged in my head. Like I had a, you know, it's like.
But the thing is, you're always jet lagged.
Yeah. It's like I just had a brain fart. So it's like.
So what happened? What happened? I mean, Skatemasters, obviously it was something you guys expected, but they still, I think in my opinion, even though they didn't have much kills, they still managed to go against a professional team like Geek Fam.
They're definitely not first worldwide. That I can say for sure.
They did play better than them.
Yeah, they did. In fact, they did. I would say they don't. First off, they don't have the experience. That matters a lot. Like how Danny pointed out earlier, it really matters when you're playing against top-notch professional teams. And Geek Fam has been there in the scene for quite a while now, and it was inevitable that Geek Fam was going to take this game. Like no way.
That's true. And Danny, I want to get your opinion as we watch the highlights of the game that we just had. Okay, so Danny, what do you think went wrong on the Geek Fam? On the Skatemasters side.
So,
even though you're Australian.
Even though I'm Australian, I'm allowed to criticize my own people.
Right.
But I could definitely tell that they wanted to apply a lot of pressure during the laning phase. It was just execution-wise, it always backfired. They ended up giving those kills. They kept feeding during the laning phase, and it just, technically, they straight out got outplayed in every single scenario, unfortunately.
And do you think that goes back to their drafting?
No.
Technically, yes and no. At the end of the day, no matter what you're drafting, it's the people behind the screens that dictate how the game's
gonna go,
played out. So you can have the best draft in the world, and then
if you can't pull it off.
Yeah,
exactly. Let's say we made a Dota team, right? And we played against Fnatic. Fnatic picked silly, wacky pub heroes, and then
we are like all the shiny heroes,
and then
the perfect hero picks.
Exactly, like we'll have like an amazing draft. People like, oh my god, they out mind gamed them, and then we just get our butts kicked.
Yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense what you're saying.
Something like
and
that,
draft, yes, it does matter, but it doesn't change the whole game. And
It's an
Skatemasters,
aspect of the game.
definitely. And Skatemasters, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience,
Yeah.
and they also don't have the motivation. I think. Going up against teams. I mean, early on they were going up against strong teams as well. They went against Fnatic. So having that feeling, I'm thinking if I was in their position, I would be stressed as well.
Technically, why would you be stressed?
Yeah.
Because for them, there's really nothing to lose. Because let's say I'm Skatemasters, I'd be going into these qualifiers with no expectations because I got a slot.
I'm pretty sure they saw it coming. Like, yeah, you can motivate yourself and say, who knows, we might do it, right? But I'm impressed, to be honest, that they came this far, and it doesn't matter. Now it's what 0-4, 4-0,
0-4.
Yeah,
0-4.
So it doesn't matter if they lost. I mean, what matters is at the end of the day, you get the experience. They got the opportunity to fight against those professional. I mean, experienced teams. Right. You got to look at the positive side. So.
And I talked about this with Godot and Lysander early today. We were talking about how they got technically a free win into the tournament. So do you think that's fair, or do you think it should not be done later on? Maybe the Valve should do something about this.
No, so basically it was simply a misunderstanding. I'm pretty sure they will have it ironed out next time. They won't just let teams,
I mean, it happened last time, right, at Kiev.
Kiev major, but it's not the same.
The thing is, last time people didn't know about it. That's the thing.
difference.
Last time they didn't know about it. This
yeah.
time, people knew about it, but there was miscommunication between us players and Valve. So obviously, the right teams couldn't get in, pretty much. So
can't happen twice. Like it's just
it happened twice, so it can't happen 3 times.
Not in the same scenario, though.
Different. It's been different scenarios so far. So.
But again, we talked about this. We love to see underdogs come up and become actual professional teams.
I just realized something, right? So how both of the teams that got through the Champions Cup has been Australian so far. May as well just make it one qualifier.
For Australia, yeah, might as well give it
that could work. Please take Daniel's advice, okay? So guys, that was again Geek Fam going up against Skatemasters. Next up, we've got Fnatic going against Mineski. Now we've seen both of these teams play. Fnatic is doing great today.
Yeah,
Mineski not so well. This is one of the most intense games that we're gonna see. Before we go for TNC Faces, which is the last match of the day. Danny, I know you're going to explode with excitement.
Yeah, she's pumped up.
I'm excited.
Really I'm pumped up for this game.
Yeah, so about Fnatic and Mineski, I want to get your thoughts before we go for our break. Pinda, what do you think?
I Yeah, Johnny Fnatic. It's just that energy, like they have that energy, like they have the spur. And Mineski, yes, everybody was actually expecting them to perform really well, but I think there were like upsets, a couple of upsets, but Fnatic.
Fnatic,
Yeah.
but Fnatic.
But Fnatic.
Right? What about you?
She just said
Oh,
Fnatic.
sorry, my bad. Do you have anything to explain about your support?
I'm ready.
Your
The
claim?
next time you do it,
you want
I'm
to support
ready.
your claim?
No, so overall, I just feel that the chemistry in Fnatic is a little bit better than Mineski right now.
You know what? You guys are just like Hades and
You're gonna go for
Godot.
Mineski.
You
No,
guys
you're
are
gonna
just
go for
going with the
Mineski, aren't you?
powerhouses. I'll go for Mineski.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
what
see
I
something
thought.
different. I want to be different. Okay.
Exactly.
So we're going.
Because he has an identity crisis, but continue.
It's not true. We're gonna go for a short break. I'll try to fix my identity crisis by the time we come back because we're gonna have Fnatic going up against Mineski. It's gonna be amazing, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.